Good evening, gamers! And today we're going to play again, and we're going to continue the game Starry Flowers. So here we are with some of the epic people here. The epic characters so far we just Periwinkle and Pastel. So as far as I know, I think they're going to a date right now. We continue doing some dates. Well, yeah, let's continue anyways. Without further ado, let's go, guys. For a chapter 4, I guess. We don't have much at all. I don't know how long this game would take. But let's continue anyways. And yeah. Asel sips his drink while the periwinkle continues. When I was young, I didn't have the confidence to dress so beautifully. Can you even imagine it? You without confidence? No, I'm not sure that's possible. Right, I suppose I was a different person back then. Where I grew up, things were much more black and white. You were either a boy or a girl, and you had to dress accordingly. This sounds harsh. It very much was. It was completely miserable. Perhaps it's because I came from that sort of environment that I wanted to be known. I looked as glamorous as a boy. And see, it is easy for any gender. I only wish for my efforts to be acknowledged. I think that's just your competitive spirit again. Yeah, you truly understand me. We laugh together. Periwinkle relaxes into his chair and finishes his drink with a big smile on his face. Oh, so that was the end of the date? Perhaps the cafe. Oh, maybe the cafe. Because, yeah, maybe last time we go to the morning. I guess this one's morning. Perhaps Pastel go to Periwinkle's house and they want to eat something. Or yeah, it's Pastel's day up, right? Pastel's day up, and yeah, guess they want to do something for the entire day, perhaps. Okay, so Pastel and I depart from the cafe and make our way down the street. With no destination in mind, the details of our surroundings, things I've never really paid any mind to, make themselves known. Aromas from the bakery, the flower shop, the patisserie, I don't know. Each distinct and interesting. I'm left with a peaceful feeling as we pass each of them by. Now there's a fun idea, a sense that transforms over time, giving a sense of place. But I shouldn't be thinking about work while I'm on a date. I turn my attention back to Pastel. With gender truly discussed, the next personal question would have to be, oh, sexuality. Which type of partner gets you the most hot and bothered? Can't just shout those words in the middle of the crowd. Oh, who's even listening? I certainly wasn't shouting. Please don't talk about that stuff too loudly. People will start giving us weird looks. Shall I whisper into your ear then? That's even worse. Now who's shouting? Pastel glances around, but despite his outburst, Periwinkle was right. No one had to turn their way. Sorry, I guess it's okay. Feel free to stop me if I'm being too much, yes? There's nothing wrong with being a little too much. If I imagine you say so. Returning to the topic at hand. To be with all sorts of partners, I'd say I can appreciate just about anyone. But I must admit I prefer which boys above all others. I would also say which boys? Oh, care to elaborate, my sweet? Nope, that's all I have to say on the matter. I'll have to tease it up out of you later then. I just like the symbol love. You follow along the twisting streets of the shopping district, looking in each of the windows as we pass them by. It's a favorite part of town, filled with all the high-end boutiques you could dream of. The mannequins from random thing catch my eye, and I lightly grab Pastel's sleeve to draw his attention. Oh, nice, dude. It looks so good in that, don't you think? Really? I don't know if something so extravagant would really suit me. Nonsense. You'd pull it up. The accents match your eyes. I guess they do. But you'd look great in that one too. Oh, in that one. You're pointing to everything? Yes, well, The alternative would be to say that I'd like to see you in nothing at all. Do you go clothes shopping often? You have such a variety of cute looks. Oh, every now and then, but I can't afford the kinds of stuff they sell here. It's rather pricey, but the brands are worth it. I really don't know anything about fashion. I just end up picking whatever stands out to me. As it should be. You better hope not to become obsessed with these things. It certainly isn't easy in the wallet. I'll leave the brand name stuff to you then. Just seeing them is enough for me. How? Just seeing them? Not stripping them up on me? Come on, Basil's too easy to tease. Thank God for Winkle. After our little passion circuit, we end up near the cafe where we started. We certainly work him up and up to take home right away, but it would mean cutting our day short, and what a shame that would be. Let's keep ahead of Basil and trail around to face him. There's somewhere I'd like to take you. Sure. I realize I've seen your workplace, but you haven't seen mine. It's a little apothecary I sell my magic to for distribution. An apothecary? I thought you sold perfumes. Technically, that's all they are. I don't claim they deliver any lasting health benefits. They're more for healing the mind. Anxiety, stress, and any other unpleasant feelings can be lifted away with just the right aromas. It's more effective for some than others, but for those sensitive to such things, it can make quite a difference. Huh? And now I'm here bored you with all this uninteresting word chatter. No, that's not it at all. That's not it at all. I was just thinking, it's really admirable that your magic can be used to help people like that. Admirable? Selling candy, I think, makes people happy too. Maybe that's what's fun about it. Not that I ever claim our candy is healthy either. If anything, you might get cavities. The witch who owns the apothecary really liked the sample I passed along to her. Perhaps she'll ask to distribute their candies as well. Is that syrup? My boss would never agree to that. Anyway, I'd be happy to see it. Lead the way. Very well. Very well. And then the next day when we enter the apothecary, it looks to be completely empty. Esther Gallus usually sits in the back room consuming her work until she hears the chime of a customer entering. If you ask me, she could really use another helper to liven up the place. But I suppose the hustle and bustle of an ever-busy shop would have its own setbacks. Feel free to look around, but I'm going to go and greet the owner. Sure. Hey, what's up, Astragalus? Periwinkle leans over the counter to peek into the back room. Astragalus? Oh no, you have a customer! Oh, Periwinkle, didn't expect to see you back so soon. I brought Pastel. We're on a date. Okay. He looks over at Pastel and waves when he notices he's being watched. Astragalus turns back to Periwinkle. I take it you decided not to heed my advice. What advice? Why bother coming to me if you're just gonna do whatever you want? Well, whatever. Is there a reason you're here? I thought I'd drop by to give you a little update. You can see everything is fine now. Sure, very normal of you to suddenly bring one of your dates here. Is it not? I visit you all the time. Yeah, not much talk like this. Anyway, I wanted you to meet Pastel. Pastel, come over here. Startled by suddenly being called upon, Pastel fumbles the bottle he was holding and crashes onto the floor. Hey, you break it, you buy it. Sorry, I can't fix it. Pastel strips the pieces of the bottle into foil along with its fiery contents. He holds his hands over the vial like glowing with magic. Ooh, and the three of them watch as it reassembles very perfectly before them. Impressive, it's done it so quickly. There, good to see you. Bring it here. Sure, sorry. I can't help but feel like put Pastel in another uncomfortable situation. Damn, can even tell it was ever busted up. This kind of magic your specialty? Not really. I only learned it because I thought it'd come in handy. Uh, Ashugalis continues inspecting bottle and then takes it into the back room without saying another word. Wow, I suppose she was impressed too. Is she mad at me? I can't really tell. It looks like you were spared today. That spell will save you. I can't believe I did that. I'm not usually this clumsy, I swear. Oh, but wouldn't it be adorable if you were? Pastel the klutz? No, I'm just gonna go wait outside. Don't be too hard on yourself. You promise you need a better impression than you think. Asal walks out of the apothecary, and I lean against the counter, waiting for Ashugalis to re-emerge from the back room. But when she does, it's with a bag full up. Well, I'm not quite sure. Where'd your boyfriend go? I shouldn't call him that. Might I ask, what is it you're holding? Was a lamp. I've been meaning to glue it back together myself until I saw the opportunity to save me some of the trouble. How offensive. Take it to a repair shop like everyone else. Nah, waste of money. You better keep that boy around. He's useful. You've certainly changed your tune. He's scared. I gotta get by from him. And then I bring him back in sometime so I can get this lamp fixed. Got it? He won't be doing that. Seriously though. We're in prom, we were taught that you can tell a lot about a witch from their magic. And his, very empathetic, sincere, compassionate. Well, you aren't wrong, but how can you judge this sort of thing after witnessing one little spell? Wouldn't you like to know? I don't need your superstitions. I have a date to get back to. Alright, have fun, Periwinkle. I very much intend to. Smiling to himself, Periwinkle strides confidently out the door to where Pastel is waiting. The next part. Hey, do I still need to pay for that bottle? You didn't mention it. Oh, I'm glad I could fix it. I was worried it might be expensive. You never told me you were so good with magic. As I recall, you said you had been living without it. Yeah, mostly. I won't get into the reasons why, but I get back into studying it recently. Astrogal certainly thought you were talented. I'm impressed too, of course. Thanks. If only I could use magic to stop myself from being a klutz. How are you embracing the thinking now? No! Please go back to saying my sweet. If you like that one so much, I suppose I have no choice. I just meant... Never mind, don't call me anything. Oh, pass on. We issue a stroll around town. This time, it's Fassel who takes the lead. He seems to have some place in mind but hasn't said as much. Gabriella takes my hand and leads me up a labyrinth of stairs. Oh, and once we reach the top, is the top view? The upper decks? A gust of wind swoops through the trees overhead, showering us with flower petals. Peach blossoms. It's nice, isn't it? I can't help but think you're trying to tell me something right now. Huh? Don't you remember my aphrodisiac was also peach scented? I wasn't thinking about that. I just was trying to think of other places we could go, and this one came to mind. It's lovely, very romantic. Straight out of a shoujo manga. Honestly, how does he know I'm weak to such things? We don't have to stay. I mean, we already walk around so much. It's okay if you want to head back now. Not to do things, I just read. I'm gonna stop talking. Pastel? Yes? You presented me quite the conundrum. If I kiss you now, you definitely want to return home with me as soon as possible. But it wasn't the learning all about you. I'm not ready for our date to end. Oh, that is a conundrum? Yes, you see? Both options are equally appealing, however can I decide? Oh well, I still lied out. Maybe we can hold back until after dinner? Or I could have you for dinner. On the other hand, you bring up a valid point. Holding back is fun in itself. Do you expect me to recover after what you just said? Hey, this is quite fun. It's decided then. The day continues. I give Basil a moment to calm himself. He walk up to the railing and look out at the town. You can see Atelier Streets from here and the train station next to it. My house is somewhere in a row of similarly built homes. Inconspicuous. Pulling pedals littler the brakes at our feet, with every little breeze carrying a few more over the railing to land somewhere unknown. After watching them for a while, I turn back to Basil. Tell me about your magic. Okay, what do you want to know? Especially, dear. If you were that good at reconstruction, I imagine it must fall somewhere in that category. Not really. I actually an astral witch. Why, how rare! And what exactly does that entail for you? Well, I mostly use it for prior spells, like anyone else. Forgive me, I'm not well versed in magic theory, but doesn't astral magic have something to do with creation? It does, but that stuff is pretty advanced. I haven't been able to find any books explaining how to use it. Which is probably for the best. Actually, no one should be allowed to go around creating souls spontaneously. Basil rubs the back of his neck, looking up into the distance. He seems so troubled by the subject. I suppose because he had been living without magic, it may feel strange to openly discuss it. An astral witch, though, I wouldn't have guessed. Putting two and two together, one thing makes perfect sense now. So the famous Atelier Street's golem was your creation? Oh, gumdrop. So that's why. Oh, okay. Now I get it. Is she really that famous? I'd expect ourselves to be a little better if that were the case. But yeah, just don't go around telling everyone. I didn't know what I was doing when I made her. What an amazing feat. And yet you sound almost ashamed of it. It's not like I regret it or anything. Gumdrop is really great. I feel bad that she's stuck in a body with so many limitations. Like, you didn't ask to be made that way. I didn't know you could even make golems that felt real emotions, so of course I never considered any of that. Sorry to go about it. I've just been feeling guilty lately, kind of a heavy topic. No, thank you for telling me. It's as if I've discovered a whole new side of you today. I'm grateful to know it. Thanks for listening. I don't get many chances to talk about things like this. I'm grateful for it too. Hearing you speak of her, so I'd love to meet this golem of yours one day. Sure, maybe one day. Hassel is amazing. I've never met anyone who could downplay their talents this much. I could ask 1,000 questions and still only scratch the surface. I'm the insatiable one. Now the tables have turned. We decided it's time to move on and descend the stairs from whence we came. I'm still chatting endlessly as we decide where we'll wander to next. Over there, our vessel opens up a little more. We trade anecdotes, listening intently to each other's stories, no matter how much unremarkable the events told within them. I could never tire of it. I was hooked by his every word. Alas, the hours flew by and our day together was quickly approaching its end. But now we had a whole night to look forward to. We're doing it. The sun was on its way down as we emerged back onto the street. The atmosphere is so different than it had been just a short while ago. Bustle brushes his bangs aside and asks, "Do you want to head back? It's starting to get late." Oh, you waited so patiently to be able to say that. It's not like you aren't thinking of it. Let's go to the park. Go for a walk. Sure, after you. Her wrinkle extends his hand, which Pascal takes without hesitation. Under cover of dusk, they walk toward the park with fingers suddenly intertwined. Hey, the park! This park, during twilight hours, is nearly always deserted. Tonight was no exception. We had the entire place to ourselves. This way I can cling to Pascal all I want. And let's have that. What are you smiling about? Finally, no one's around. We can talk about all the inappropriate things we want. I know there was something dangerous about taking this shortcut. It's okay then, right? No one will overhear your lascivious confessions. Okay, what do you want to know? Oh, I didn't think you'd actually agree. I don't have anything prepared. Really? How anticlimactic. Unless you're dying to tell me how much you love being doomed. I'm not gonna say that. Any fetishes then? I have experience with all sorts, you know. This is too much. I need to sit down. Basil begins his retreat to a nearby bench. Are you perhaps into fooling around outdoors? That's illegal! I'm only kidding. A wrinkle follows Basil to the bench and sits down beside it, leaning his head on his shoulder. Your sweatshirt is so warm. Are you upset with me? For suggesting such a scandalous idea? No, but if you cling to me too much, I'm worried I might change my mind. No, I wouldn't want to compromise your morals, but also hate to let go. Basil laughs at that, resigned to his fate. The bear sits in comfortable silence for a while, listening only to the sound of the fountain before them. Wrinkle can start to feel himself being lulled to sleep by it, and so he tries to speaking up again. I don't know what is about you, Basil. We talk all day and yet I still don't feel like it's enough. I didn't really expect to be this late either. It just kind of happened. It was all supposed to be foreplay, wasn't it? Forgive me for fretting it so bluntly. I guess it was. Basil, we have to get back to my place so I can fuck you. You really are being so blunt right now. We have to. It's the entire purpose of foreplay, isn't it? How could you have let it go on this long? We could head back right now? Yes. We're gonna have to stand up first. In a moment. We're trapped in a comfortable position on the bench where Ringo is unable to stand in the end. Eddie falls asleep to the sounds of the fountain and Basil's beating heart. Ah, that's cute. Chapter 5, Civil Emotion. Oh my god, there's a lot of chapters. Okay, so didn't know this one's still fucking long. Okay, I just thought it's kind of like the same as the Control one. The server the ultimate sweet. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna go end this one, gamers. Maybe chapter 5 is even way longer than the other chapters. But maybe, yeah, I'm gonna go in this one, gamers. I'm just gonna go with every chapters. So yeah, I'm gonna go in this one, gamers. Like, subscribe, all of those shits, comment, notification bell. Thank you guys for watching, and see you guys next time. Johnny, mata ni, bye bye.